Imagine you're on a plane and suddenly all the passengers turn out to be killers, targeting your life. Something just like this happens in our story today. At the start, we meet a man named Aaron who appears very distressed and in a rush. As soon as Aaron reaches his department, he urgently instructs the staff to play a video. That's when he witnesses a massive bomb explosion in a factory. Then Aaron did some research on this and found out that Ghost was behind it. Ghost was a hacker whose real name no one knew. When Aaron and his team review the CCTV footage, they realize Ghost is extremely clever and a mastermind, as his face is never clearly visible in any video. The situation has now worsened significantly. Aaron, in anger, insists that everything must be resolved before Catherine arrives. She must not get any hint of this. As soon as Catherine arrives at the office, she immediately asks Aaron for an update on the case and learns that Ghost is in Bangkok. Several members of Catherine's team were killed in the factory bomb blast. She was very angry about this. She asked which of our teams is closest to Bangkok. Aaron informs her that there is a team in Singapore, but it might take them some time to reach Bangkok. Catherine realizes that Ghost would also be traveling by flight, and she is determined to catch him at any cost. She only had 1 hour. Everyone begins brainstorming. That's when Catherine said, "We don't have any other option. Only one person can handle this task, and fortunately he is currently in Bangkok." Then the story shifts directly to Bangkok, where a young boy is slowly walking towards an auto rickshaw, inside which a man is lying down, catching up on his sleep. The child attempts to quietly steal his belongings, but the man wakes up. His name is Lucas. Lucas chases the child away and heads to a bar, smoking a cigarette. The bartender asks if he would like some coffee, offering to bring it right away. However, Lucas only drinks alcohol, and that too for free. Lucas tells the woman that all his body parts are in perfect condition, and when he dies, she can sell them to recover all the money. During their conversation, Lucas's phone rings and he is startled as if he has seen a ghost. The call was from Catherine, but Lucas hung up. But Catherine shamelessly kept calling again and again. Lucas quickly disconnects her calls too. Then, the bar's telephone starts ringing. Lucas told the bartender not to answer the phone, but she picked it up anyway. Catherine is on the line and directly asks to speak with Lucas urgently. Lucas yells into the phone, questioning why she wants to talk to him, calling her a crazy woman who ruined his life. "I'm hiding out here in Bangkok, but people still keep chasing me." Catherine tells Lucas that this is his only chance to set things right again. "Trust me, I will make everything right." At that moment, some thugs entered the bar to kill Lucas. However, taking down Lucas wasn't that simple. He swiftly defeated all the thugs and left the place. Once outside, he called Catherine and asked, "What do I need to do?" Catherine straightforwardly replied, "You need to catch a hacker named Ghost. His flight is about to board soon in Bangkok. You have to catch him and bring him to me." Lucas inquired, "What will I get in return?" Catherine responded, "Everything. You'll be able to live your old life again. You won't have to keep running from people like this." Lucas said angrily, "What do you think that I'll trust you so easily?" Just then, the goons showed up there again. Lucas started wondering how long he could keep hiding in Bangkok. He then called Catherine again and said, "Explain the plan to me clearly." Catherine instructed him to quickly head to the airport with his passport. "You need to board the same flight that the hacker is on." Lucas agreed and took a taxi to the airport. Before reaching the airport, he took the taxi driver's t-shirt and entered the airport. Upon entering, a man handed him a passport and ticket. Catherine called again, informing him that Ghost had been shot and treated by a doctor. "Keep this in mind. This will help you identify him." This information was sufficient for Lucas. He quietly boarded the flight, which was heading directly from Bangkok to San Francisco. Lucas was thrilled that after so many years, he was finally returning to his home country, America. Just then, the man sitting next to him started talking to Lucas. His name was Kian. Kian told Lucas that he was a famous choreographer, meaning he teaches people to dance. "You should see my moves. Everyone is crazy about my dance moves." Lucas was getting irritated by all this. Meanwhile, Catherine's team informed her that all the passengers on the plane were killers, there to eliminate Ghost. But no one knows what Ghost looks like. Hearing this, Catherine became worried. Catherine asked again, "Are you telling the truth?" The team replied, "Yes." Catherine realized that something very bad was about to happen. He instructed his team to uncover Ghost's identity as quickly as possible. Meanwhile, during the flight, Kian offered Lucas a drink. After consuming it, Lucas's vision blurred and he lost consciousness. Kian then dragged him to the bathroom and began to threaten him. Earlier, Kian had also received a contract to eliminate Ghost and suspected Lucas might be Ghost. He started beating Lucas severely. Despite his efforts to defend himself, the effects of the drink made Lucas vulnerable, allowing Kian to overpower him. In the end, Kian tried to strangle Lucas to death. Just then, Lucas noticed an iron handle on the wall above. He gathered his strength, lifted Kian and smashed his head into the handle, killing Kian instantly right there. After killing him, Lucas felt a bit relieved. Aware that he was about to pass out due to the drink, he crawled to the door and drank some shampoo, hoping it would induce vomiting. After throwing up, Lucas felt much better. Just then, two flight attendants approached the bathroom door. The girl's name was Isha and the boy's name was Royce. They had come to check if everything was alright because the bathroom door had been closed for quite a while. Despite their persistent knocking, Lucas didn't open the door. Soon, the Sky Marshal arrived and began pounding on the door as well. Finally, Lucas opened the door and they started asking him what he had been doing inside for so long. Lucas explained that he had suddenly felt unwell, which caused the delay. However, the Sky Marshal was skeptical and suspected Lucas of wrongdoing, prompting him to draw his gun and aim it at Lucas. But Lucas snatched the gun in the blink of an eye. Seeing this, the attendants were left speechless. They didn't find Kian's body because Lucas had hidden it in the bathroom. Both attendants were terrified. Then Lucas told them, "I am an FBI agent. I am here to catch a criminal who is currently on this flight." "You all should help me," Isha asked. "Who is this person? What does he look like? Tell us, we'll definitely help you." To this, Lucas replied, "I don't know that either. All I know is that his name is Ghost. No one has ever seen his face and no one knows his real name. But what we do know is that he was shot recently and we have to find him before the flight lands. The man I just killed had also come here to kill Ghost and he thought I was Ghost. This means there could be other people on the flight who have come to kill Ghost. But I need to capture Ghost alive, so before anyone else kills him, we have to identify him." Lucas tells Isha, "I need some clothes. I don't have anything to wear." In the cargo area, another hitman was hiding, preparing his weapon. Meanwhile, Lucas also got ready. He went inside to take a look, then came out and checked the passenger list. Then Isha took him to the cargo area and everyone sat down there. As soon as they opened the compartment, a dead body fell out. It was none other than the real Sky Marshal. This indicated that the person Lucas had killed was an imposter posing as a police officer. Lucas sat down, lost in thought. Then he noticed that Isha was starting to sweat out of fear. Lucas had been in this business for a long time. He knew this kind of sweat was different. You only sweat like this when you're injured. Lucas said, "I've been attacked many times before. I've even been shot and stabbed." "That means you're injured too. You've been shot, haven't you?" He realized Isha was Ghost. Everyone thought that such a big hacker would be a guy, but it turned out to be a girl. Isha denied being shot, exclaiming, No, I haven't been shot." "Are you crazy?" The hitman hiding in the cargo department was listening to their entire conversation. He suddenly tried to attack Isha, but in one swift move, Isha killed him. This made it absolutely clear that Isha was Ghost. Isha didn't trust Lucas, thinking he only wanted to capture her, not just spare her life. But Lucas said, "If you're not going to trust me, then what will you do? I believe everyone on this plane is here to kill you, and I'm the only one who wants to save you." Isha had no other option, so she agreed and asked, "What's the next plan?" Lucas instructed her to continue acting as an air hostess and report any suspicions directly to him. Then they met the pilot and told him that something very bad was about to happen, so no matter what, he must not open the cockpit door. A passenger requested coffee from Isha. She handed him the coffee and returned to her spot. Meanwhile, Lucas entered the first-class section to check out the types of killers present. Suddenly, a girl launched an attack on Lucas, sparking a fight between them. The girl was an exceptional fighter. Lucas was doing his utmost to win, but defeating her seemed nearly impossible. When the girl removed her mask, Lucas realized she was a member of the Trade Gang, the largest gangster group in Asia. At that moment, Lucas noticed the shattered glass on the floor. He picked up the glass and thrust it into the girl's eye, blinding her completely. Yet the killer was relentless, and Lucas ultimately drove the glass into her head, ending her life. But the story didn't end there. The plane was teeming with members of the trade gang, and they all launched an attack on Lucas. Meanwhile, the person to whom Isha had served coffee realized that Isha was the ghost. Before he could act against her, his throat began to ache severely because Isha had poisoned his coffee, and the hitman died before he could harm her. Elsewhere, Lucas was engaged in combat, taking down his adversaries one by one. Just then, Isha arrived with Royce, shocked to see so many bodies strewn about. Lucas was in a dire state. He found a phone with his own photo on it. He grabbed Isha and asked, "How did these people get my picture?" Royce then revealed that this picture was on all the passengers' phones. Lucas was bewildered by this revelation. He couldn't understand anything. Then he said to Isha, "Tell me the whole truth. Why are so many people after you? And now they're after me too." Isha confessed that she had recently bombed a factory because they were exploiting child labor. "I didn't like any of this, so I blew it up, and I have no idea why these people want to kill you." Hearing this, Lucas was confused. Meanwhile, Aaron says to Catherine, "I don't trust Lucas at all. Who is this man? How can you be so sure that he'll bring the ghost back safely?" Then Catherine told him the whole story. Lucas used to work for an agency. He was the most dangerous member of the entire agency. One day, he was assigned to protect a very important individual. Lucas was standing guard outside that man's room. Suddenly, he heard a girl screaming. When he went inside, he saw that the rich man was nothing less than a devil. That rich man would call prostitutes and kill them mercilessly. Lucas couldn't bear to see this, so he kept beating the man until he died. And this is where the real story begins. The man Lucas killed had an older brother who was the head of the CIA. That man sent the entire CIA after Lucas. Aaron asked, "How do you know all this?" Catherine replied, "I was his girlfriend, and I was the one who told the CIA where he was. After that, he went to Bangkok and never came back to me. The CIA sent people to kill Lucas many times, but whoever went after him disappeared. None of them ever came back. Lucas was always dangerous. But in the past few years, so many people have attacked him that he has become even more dangerous now." On the flight, Isha approached Lucas, showing him the medicines prescribed by the doctor after his treatment. Isha said, "Take these medicines, you've been badly injured." However, Lucas noticed several hitmen searching for him. He confronted them directly, taking them down one by one. But then Isha noticed that Lucas was gradually getting weaker, so she rushed in to save his life. But Lucas, angry, said, "What are you doing? My troubles will get even worse if those people find out that I'm with you." Just then, a man overheard their conversation and another attacked Lucas. While Lucas fought him off, Isha defended herself against another thug. Isha was doing everything she could to kill the attacker, and in the end, she managed to do it. Lucas had almost killed everyone, but he had been wounded by a knife attack. At that moment, 3 women attacked Lucas, but Isha shouted to protect him, declaring he was with her. These women were Isha's friends who were on this flight to protect her. Lucas had been badly injured. They took him downstairs to treat his injuries, and meanwhile, Catherine recognized Isha's face. She realized that this girl is the ghost. Aaron stepped outside, talking on the phone. When Lucas asked Isha about her story, she said, "I am from India. I am an orphan, and orphan children often get kidnapped because there is no one to look after them. Those kidnappers used to make the girls work like servants, and later they would sell them somewhere else. But I was very sharp-minded. That's why everyone thought that instead of selling me, it would be better to use my intelligence to make money. I knew how to hack, so I started helping them out of many situations. Gradually, I became more aware, and when I got a little older, I escaped from those people. Then for the next 10 years, I worked on a device. I created the most dangerous device in the world, with which you can hack any system in just 30 seconds. The same task would take other hackers years to complete. But soon everyone found out about it and started chasing me. These people don't want me, they want that device. I'm afraid that if this device falls into the wrong hands, nothing could be more dangerous." Later, Catherine confronted Aaron, demanding to know what he was hiding. "Tell me everything right now." Then Aaron started telling her the whole truth, that his people were also after the ghost. He possesses a unique device for which people are willing to pay any price. Once I discovered that the ghost was on that plane, I placed a bounty on him and dispatched all the assassins onto the plane. Later, I learned that you had also sent your agent onto the plane. Therefore, I sent Lucas's photo to all the assassins first, so they would eliminate Lucas before targeting the ghost. I'm sure by now they've already killed Lucas, and soon they'll kill the ghost too. Ultimately, the assassins will fight among themselves for the money, and by the time the plane lands, no one will remain. Everyone will perish, and the device will be mine. I can offer you a small share of it, which Catherine has agreed to. On the plane, Isha discovered that her photo had reached all the killers on board. This meant the fight was about to become even more dangerous. Lucas asked for the medicine, and as soon as he drank it, his body began to change. He started acting as if he were intoxicated. Upon removing the bottle's label, he realized it wasn't adrenaline but toad venom, which made his mind extremely hyperactive. He felt an overwhelming surge of energy. In his intoxicated state, he joined everyone upstairs. The three girls then launched an attack on the killers, taking them down one by one. Each time Lucas went to attack someone, he experienced strange sensations, and his mind showed him bizarre visions. In this state, he was liberating people from this world. Then, one of the three girls was shot and killed, and a bullet tore through the plane's wall, creating a large hole. Passengers began falling out one by one. Meanwhile, two killers reached the cockpit and killed both pilots. The situation had become dire. At that moment, Isha spotted a chainsaw and handed it to Lucas. Now Lucas started slicing through people like carrots and radishes. Just then, a man shot at Isha, but a girl stepped in front and saved her life. Lucas was unstoppable now. He killed everyone and headed to the cockpit. On the ground, Catherine and Aaron were waiting for the plane, but it never landed because it was completely destroyed. Both pilots were dead. Upon learning this, Catherine went mad with rage and shot Aaron. Meanwhile, Isha and Lucas were in the cockpit. Isha was trying to land the plane, and finally the plane started to land slowly. Just then, Catherine called Lucas, asking about Isha and the device. Lucas replied, "I won't listen to anything you say, nor will I help you. I've never seen a more despicable woman than you, who only cares about her own gain." Isha thanked Lucas for saving her life. Lucas responded, "You saved my life too and gave me a reason to live. Until now, I was living a meaningless life." Soon, Isha turned the plane and noticed Lucas had passed out. When Lucas opened his eyes, he was in a hospital receiving treatment. Suddenly, there was an attack. Bullets rained down from all sides and the entire hospital was riddled with bullets. Lucas emerged and Isha ran towards him, saying, "The fight isn't over yet. They're still looking for us. We must continue this battle." With that, the story concludes here. You're not subscribing. Will you quickly make it 1 million? See you in the next video.